Hey, good morning, butterflies. I went live on IG a little bit ago. I'm not very tech savvy. I don't know what happened to it. But I really need to share this word with y'all. First of all, good morning. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. It's a great day to the start of a great week. So I was sitting here eating my breakfast. For those of you that are aware, I've transferred over to a plant-based lifestyle, and so I made me a little scramble, some diced potatoes, onions, some peppers, different colors. Of course, you got to have different colors, have different antioxidants. Keep that skin glowing, doing what it do. And some seasonings. It was really good. Anyways, so sitting outside on my patio and doing some journaling. So also, this is my Butterfly Chronicles planner and journal. So I published this about a year and a half ago, working on the second one already. But as I was doing my journaling today, it hit me, okay? It hit me that I'm using a tool that I created for my own healing. Not only has it helped me, it's helped others. But what really got me thinking about it was, as I was reviewing my next week, my affirmation for the week coming up is, I embrace and nurture my talents. That's the affirmation that I'm going to be practicing. And so it hit me so hard because I'm looking at this affirmation and thinking about the fact that my talents created this tool that I'm using, and it's helped people. And my mind's blown, because if you knew the story of how and what it took to create, what it took in time and in healing to create, this was made out of my need to help me through one of the darkest and deepest, longest bouts of depression I've dealt with. Okay? That's a little personal, but it's my story, so it is what it is. It's still part of who I am, and it's also what created this. I was looking for something that, when I had decided I was getting up, okay, I looked for tools. I looked for whatever I could. I sought counsel in those that I trusted. I listened to audiobooks. I saturated my entire spirit with any and everything I could get my hands on that would change my mind, that would change my chemical balance, that would change my vision, my outlook. Okay? I needed to dig myself out of the hole because, like I said, I had decided I was getting up. Okay? So I started also looking for tools for writing, journaling or something, because that's what everybody kept coming to me. You need to write. You need to write it down. You need to write it down. And so I was looking for something, but it just didn't fit me. I didn't find anything that I needed. So just what I did as I was going through my healing process, doing all these different things, I kept getting visions of this planner, this journal. And it came to me in pieces. So I would draw it out, write it out, draw it out. I'm not an artist, okay? I'm a creative, which I'm a visionary. Like, I'm a creative. But I'm not an artist. I admire people that can draw and paint things, beautiful things, and that's not necessarily me, okay? But I have my own contribution to the world. But anyway, so I drew out the best way I could the different pieces as they were coming to me, as they were being dropped in my spirit. And by the time I was well enough, okay, this journey took a while. Took about a year, okay? And by the time I was well enough, I had a clear vision and the pieces of what would become Butterfly Chronicles Planner and Journal. Okay. And so, which by the way, you can get on my website at cinnamonjovon.com. I'll also put a link in the description. But and there's a second one coming out too for the upcoming year and the holidays. But back to what I was saying. When it comes to this affirmation of I'll nurture my talents, that is something that we forget to do for ourselves a lot of times. We forget to use our gifts and our talents on ourselves. If you're like me, or if you're a helper person, if you're someone that's doubted yourself, or you struggle with depression, or you struggle with self-doubt, a lot of time you are filled with all sorts of yummy goodness that you give away. Just give away. Everybody, everything, wherever there's help needed. And people know who to go to. They know who to call. They know who's going to get the shit done when they need someone in a bind. You're willing. When your boss needs something, you're willing, and you do it well. You do it to their pleasing because you want them to have what they need. But you forget you can use those and should use those, and are like, your responsibility is to use those gifts and talents for yourself. When it comes to helping ourselves, we tend to minimize who we are. We're great for everybody else, but we don't see and embrace the greatness when it comes to ourselves, as if it's prideful or something like that. No, you need to know who you are. You need to understand all of your sides, your darkness, because that's also there for a purpose, and your kindness, your heart, your talents, your willingness. You're willing to do. Be willing to do for you. Be willing to do for you. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget what you're capable of when you're down, when you're on the ground, when you're feeling buried, when you're feeling like you're drowning. Don't forget to use your gifts and your talents on yourself. Love yourself. Convince yourself of how great you are as you're going around convincing people that of their greatness, so they can go on and grow and be their best self. Every single day, remind you of who you are. Remind you that if there's nobody else in the room, you still have a best friend in yourself. That you are still loved. That you love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Forgive yourself. Be loving, be gentle. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. You know how you protect kids? You tell your children not to hang out with so-and-so because they affect you and they lead you down the wrong path, and don't date so-and-so because they hurt you and they don't have your best intentions. Hear me. Hear me. Protect yourself. And I'm saying this because I'm learning it. Sometimes we find that we have a lot of advice to give. We have a lot to say when it comes to other people's shit. But then we don't always adhere to that in our own life. And I'm here to remind myself and you, be about your shit with yourself and let that overflow to other people. Let it overflow. That means you stay full. And then what is an abundance and what is the overflow, you bless people with. That's what it's for too. But don't forget about you. Don't forget about you. I love you. Till next time, butterflies. If you want it, get it. It's useful. I'm grateful to be in my right mind today. I'm grateful to have sound judgment. I'm still going to be me regardless, and I wouldn't want to be any other way. No other version of me could have created this. No other version of me could have, is going to create the other things that are going to happen in my life. So all of it was necessary. I'm glad that I made it through, but also I made it through because I choose to. Because I choose to. Okay? All right. Love you. Till next time. Ciao.